What's good, people? It is Tony the Savant. And before we get started, please like this video, share this video, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content and going live on the channel. As well, please subscribe, join the fam as I drop content daily, and go live daily. Stay very busy on the platform. And last but not least, please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section, as I'm always intrigued to know what you all think about the topics that we discuss. And ladies and gentlemen, we got to get into this work. Shout out to Turki Alalshikh, man. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Respect to the brother. He's been doing a great service to the boxing community, the boxing world, putting on fights that we actually want to see, putting on cards that we actually want to see, shaking up the game a little bit. As we know, prior to Turki Alalshikh's um, introduction into the boxing world, the game had gotten incredibly stagnant, incredibly stale. A lot of these greedy promoters and selfish networks were holding out on fights that we've been calling for years. As well, boxers, boxers was around here playing around, acting like they was worth more money than they were, and not saying that they're not worth the dime, the money that they get and all that good stuff. It's just that some of these dudes was acting like divas. All of these dudes, I ain't gonna say all, but a majority of these dudes think they're Money Mayweather. You know what I mean? They think they can just run the boxing game that way and have all the say so in the politics. But nonetheless, shout out to Turki Alalshikh, because Turki has said something. Um, the Turki Alalshikh said something that I've been saying for quite some time, and pertaining to the Jake Paul, Logan Paul circus olays that these guys are putting on in the name and calling them boxing. I hate that, bro. I hate it with a passion. All right, and shout out to Logan Paul. Shout out to Jake Paul. Those brothers, they do their thing. They hustle. They came up on the social medias, the YouTube, doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? They're living out their own personal dreams, doing these, whatever you want to call them, exhibitions. I call them clown shows. But Turki Alalshikh called it out, man. He said this is not. He tweeted it. He said this is not boxing. After the Jake Paul, and I believe the brother's name is Mike Perry. Um, I didn't watch that crap. I wouldn't dare. As a real boxing fan, I can't watch these little circus matches, man. I just can't. It's an insult. It's insulting to the game. It's very distasteful in the sense of you got these guys allegedly training, allegedly getting ready for this boxing match, but when we actually get I said the debacle, the show, it's a debacle. When we actually get the fight, it's a clown show. It looked like crap. And again, I ain't watched this Jake Paul and Mike Perry fight. I think I've seen two of these crazy, circus matches that these guys be putting on, and it was enough for me. Um, all I seen was a highlight of the knockout that Jake Paul scored on Mike Perry, and that was enough for me. I'm like, who watches this, man? This is not boxing. Shout out to Turki Alalshikh again for saying what I've been saying for quite some time about this, but I just feel like it's gonna hold a little bit more weight considering the status that he holds in boxing right now. And immediately after that fight, uh, I forget which one, Jake Paul calls out Mike Tyson. That's right, 60-year-old Mike Tyson, who just got off some kind of medical emergency. That's why I say it's all a debacle. And then I just remember I made a video about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson when they originally announced that they would be fighting. I said that. I said this back then. No, sir. This is not boxing. This is crap. And it breaks my heart because Mike Tyson is one of those guys. Yeah, no, Mike Tyson was the guy to introduce me to boxing. And when I was coming up, he was the man at the time. Um, so it really pains me to know that he's doing these circus matches. And I know it's nothing more than for money. Mike Tyson had gotten himself into a bit of financial troubles in his boxing career. So I know he's still doing these kind of activities just for the sake of the dollar, but which breaks my heart even more. A guy that at the peak of his career was the face of boxing, and not just that, he was boxing. At one point in time in history, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Tyson was boxing. You know what I mean? You couldn't separate the two. Boxing, Mike Tyson of boxing. But now, to see how far he has fallen from grace. It pains me. And I recall Mike Tyson saying the only reason he's doing these kind of fights or these kind of things is for the money. So, um, yeah, man, I don't want to talk about Mike too much because, that's one of the heroes. And you hate to see him fall like that. And, he's doing these kind of goofy activities for the sake of the dollar. Especially him being a 60-year-old man at this point. It's like, brother, you got to, eventually enjoy your life, fall off into the sunshine, especially uh, when you're talking about boxing. Boxing ages you 3, 4, 5 years after every fight. So I can imagine what kind of toll Mike Tyson has had to endure. Um, not just during his fight career, but even now. But yeah, man, that Jake Paul stuff, I don't know. And Conor McGregor called himself cussing out Jake Paul after the fight, and this, that, and the third, and they actually covered this segment on Undisputed. I've been really trying to get back into the mainstream media just to see what these jabronis be talking about on TV, just to get a temperature for a lot of people be coming at me with the talking points they get from the mainstream media. So I do my research. You got to know your enemy, you know what I mean? Know your competition, even more importantly. But I was watching it, and they had a segment talking about Conor McGregor and Jake Paul, and it just disgusted me. I'm like, bro, why are we giving these kind of exhibitions national television time? And I shouldn't be surprised because this is an undisputed. Undisputed, we all know, is crashing and burning. Has been doing so since the departure of one Shannon Sharp. So, um, yeah, maybe it is what it is. It's just the writing on the wall for them. But still, you know what I mean? We shouldn't be giving this any kind of attention at all, especially considering the fact that if you're a real boxing fan, we got real we got real bigger fish to fry, literally. You know what I mean? We ain't got time to be paying attention to Jake Paul and whatever distractions they got going on over there. Um, so yeah, man, I just find it disgusting. And I find it even more disgusting how members of the media are covering this fight like it was some kind of real event, like it's not some kind of entire crap show in itself. And once again, shout out to Turki Alalshikh, man. You know, he seems like a real boxing fan. Once I heard Turki Alalshikh say that his favorite boxer of all time was Larry Holmes, I knew that I could rock with bro. I knew I could rock with him because most casuals, they'll throw you the Floyd Mayweather. If they like I ain't gonna say old school casual, but even if they used to watch boxing and they don't really watch it now, they'll say Muhammad Ali. Just throw him in there in the mix as well. But when somebody says something like a Larry Holmes, oh yeah, I could work with you. I could work with you. You know what I mean? And Turki Alalshikh seems to me to be a genuine boxing fan, and he wants to see good fights just like we do. You know what I mean? Like I say, the boxing game has been uh, stalled out enough, over the years. So we don't need any of these sideshows, uh, and we definitely need to get back to the real stuff in a serious way. You know what I mean? I think in a lot of ways boxing has died out, and it's because of these circus matches. I remember when I was coming up, they used to have the celebrity matches. You know what I mean? Celebrity boxing matches, and you would have people up there making a mockery of boxing in that way as well. Too much, man. Just too much. Let's get back to the basics. Let's get back to the sport that I love because I always say um, basketball is my first love, but boxing is my true love. And so I would love for boxing to get back to what it was at one point in time. So, and that's the reason why I'm a big fan of Turki Alalshikh. Shout out to him, man. Definitely, definitely for acknowledging, at least acknowledging this much that we got to quit calling these whatever this crap that Jake Paul and Logan Paul be doing. We got to stop calling it boxing. We just got to give it its own name. Its own same way we did celebrity boxing in its time. we didn't honor that as boxing. You know, we'd watch it. It was a freak show, but we got to stop calling what Jake Paul and Logan Paul are doing it. We got to stop calling that boxing. You know, let's just call it whatever else. And shout out to Muhammad Ali's grandson. Can't call his name Nico. But he turned down money from these clowns. He didn't want to be a part of this circus show. You know, he really wanted to prove himself to be a real boxer. So I got to give credit to him. You know, definitely got to give credit to him. But that's all I got for y'all on this video. Tell me what y'all think about that. Please like this video, share this video, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content and going live on the channel as well. Subscribe if you haven't already. Join the fam as I drop content daily, go live daily, stay very busy on the platform. And last but not least, please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section, as I'm always intrigued to know what y'all got to say about these topics. I am Tony the Savant. Thank you for the love and support. Peace.